Roomba wandering around, and I'm going to show you a couple. First off, I'm going to start by showing a couple of figures that I 3D printed specifically. Well, one specifically out of spite, and the other one just because I thought it'd be cool. So here we have the STL was supposed to be Grimgor Ironhide, right? But after I printed him out, I'd printed out a pig-faced Orcat, like old school D&D. So I cut the Grimgor head off and I put the pig-faced Orcat on. And then I set him down on the table because, as you can see how big he is, right? He's basically twice the size of an orc. And I started thinking, man, I'm never going to be able to use this guy. I mean, this is an orc that's the size of a damn hill giant, right? But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, actually, it could be half ogre. I mean, orcs are a fecund race who will pretty much breed with anything. So that's entirely possible that this orc has some ogre blood, some giant blood, some whatever blood in him. And he's a big freaking orc, and he's the boss of his tribe of orcs. Right? And then just use like some souped up ogre stats for him. He's got the big axe. He's wearing like plate armor everywhere. He's freaking got a big axe. So, that's how this guy basically went from a experiment that I was like, not super happy with, just because I felt like he should have been about, I don't know, a third smaller, to that guy's good. I'll throw him out on the players. They'll kill some orcs, think they got everything going all right, and then this guy shows up,
That's terrifying.
Yep, and he's got his pig face. It's a pig face from Warp Miniatures. They do a lot of pig face orc STLs and stuff, so he came out beautifully. This guy came off of my Saturn 12K. So,
hearing M1 Abrams.
Yeah, it's my Roomba.
No,
Sounds like a freaking turbine engine. Now, this thing I'm getting ready to show you was printed 100% out of spite, along with everything that goes with it. Pure spite. So here it is.
Nice.
Yep, it is a steampunkish power armored suit. But the problem is, this steampunkish power armored suit is called a Badger and is only made and used by the United States of America. So when Trench Crusade and their infinite gayness decided that the United States of America just didn't exist for some reason, I built a huge American Trench Crusade army full of dudes waving American flags with stars on one shoulder and their ranks on the other, and they're all dressed like between World War I and World War II, and they've got like, freaking kind of different looking Garands and Tommy guns and shit. And plus they got priests with them, obviously. They got priests with them. Because I refuse to accept that some Euro trash scumbags invented this game and then made a conscientious decision to exclude the most powerful nation on the earth, even at that time. And people will be like, well, the war with hell started in 11, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, there were wars all over Europe. It did not stop the settlers from going to America.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, America, we were...
Half the time, that's probably why they left.
Right. That's why they left. And then they're like, well, you got to remember the Demon Fleet pretty much controls the sea. Really? Every inch of it. Because like in modern days, ships manage to slip back forth and to and fro without too much of a problem. So basically, no. What Trench Crusades boils down to is a bunch of Euro trash scumbags once again making a game where the United States is either a super minor power that no one gives a shit about, or doesn't even exist at all. It's weird because it's like some countries in Europe, that's their fantasy, is that America don't exist.
Which is stupid, especially for most of those, because they probably owe their existence to America.
Well, these same assholes made Ukraine like a powerful country, and then it took them forever to add Russia, even though like all of the iconography on half of the things that they make is Orthodox, Russian stuff. They even like
I'll be
talk
right
about
back in a
Saint
second.
Methodius, and Saint Methodius was Russian, But they were obviously doing the popular thing back then and being like pro-Ukraine, which is stupid because I was just watching my boy talk about what's going on in Russia right now. They're raising 300,000 contract reservists. Now, in theory, these men will not cross into Ukraine. Their only job will be to guard, everything in Russia, right? In theory. We'll see how that works out because we're talking about Russia, right? And what they say isn't always what happens, right? But 300,000 more Russians, which will free up other contract soldiers to actually be moved into Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't think Ukraine has 300,000 men left. So, yeah. Basically, why would the Russians do this? One, casualties. They have suffered casualties. And two, possibly because they're planning a death blow. They're planning the big push, which will have maybe 500,000 soldiers fighting against whatever Ukraine has left. And, like I've said before, Leth, you know this for a fact, nobody beats the Russians when it comes to attritional warfare. I mean, those guys, they know all about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of how they fight. Now, all that said, my now that I've vented my spleen on the people who made Trench Crusade for being a bunch of homos, not even homos. It's like just bigots. They're bigots. They're just bigots. And their game has attracted it's like you got assholes on their forums that are like trying to say, well, what about playing for the Christian side, but being atheist? Like an atheist army, but you fight for New Antioch. And it's like, Timmy, let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Because it's a tricky question. I'm waiting for a response, homie. Are you still there? All right. I'll wait till Timmy comes back and then I'll ask him his question. Because apparently Leth has left the building. He is a good Christian boy, and all of my ranting may have made it where he had to go, count rosary or say some prayers or something for me, which I happily will accept. Because if anybody needs them, boy, it's me. But while we're waiting for the return of the Mac, that's what I like to call him. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. That's right. Timmy is the Mac. And Leth is the Mac. We can talk about some D&D stuff when he gets back. But until then, I'm singing the Return of the Mac. No, not really. I'm not really going to sing that. For those of you who are wondering what I'm doing, because I'm looking down and doing whatever, I am popping the hatches off of this sprue so that I can put together these 10 rhinos you will hear no complaints from me because the rhino miniature is a pure freaking joy to put together. I mean, it's just the best. I'm decking these rhinos out too. They're gonna have like multi-meltas mounted to them and freaking havoc launchers. I may even throw a hunter seeker missile on just to, give them a little bit of oomph if they run into armor. The fact that I play Blood Angels, you know that rhinos are a very important asset in my army because we do love to put tactical squads in rhinos and move them around. That is kind of what we do. Put tac squads in rhinos and run them right into, find out where the enemies hold up and run right in there and put an ass whipping on them. Squirrel. Hey, Squirrel. I'm just going to ask you this, and don't take it any way at all, my brother in Christ. Why don't you join in on the conversation sometimes, man? You can get in here. You know that. I mean, I know you're busy as shit all the time, but if you ever got like 10, 20 minutes and you want to jump in here, I mean, love to have you. You know that. You know that. You're my boy. You're my boy, Squirrel. You're my boy. I mean, you're not quite up to the level of Leth, because Leth is like my Andy Richter to Conan O'Brien. But, I mean, you're up there. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely up there. Leth ain't talking to me right now.
Are you sure?
I'm sure your hair looks beautiful, actually. Thank you. That's the haircut Jess did the other day? Combed out now like that?
Huh?
I said the way you combed it out and everything, it's very nice.
Well, thank you.
Return of wife has to, well, she don't have to because my wife don't have to really do much of anything. But she's one of those people that's constantly doing like good things. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you got to do it whenever I'm just saying, love to have you on, love to listen to your stories and stuff. You're one of the, in my opinion, you're one of the OGs as far as people I talk to. So, but I'm not trying to throw any guilt on it. I know you are a busy, busy man doing busy, busy man stuff. Return of the Mac.
I'm back.
Of the Mac. Thank God. I had
Sorry.
a question to ask you, and you just vanished.
I told you, I just I had to go pick up a bunch of toys.
Oh no, I totally get it. You're being a good uncle. Be a good uncle. There's nothing wrong with that. I will never judge you poorly for being a good uncle to your nieces and nephews. That will never happen.
Well, what was the question then?
God, I don't know. I started singing Return of the Mac. I may have forgotten.
Nope, I'll be right back again.
All right. Apparently, Leth is busy doing his uncle business. That happens a lot in Kentucky. And while I don't know Leth's particular story, I do know that I know a lot of people, kids that are being raised by grandparents and stuff like that, because the daughters got hooked on oxy or meth or some shit. And, it is a sad, sad Panda, sad Appalachia, sad Kentucky thing. But it happens a lot. I mean, and it's a horrible thing because children raised by their grandparents are at such a huge disadvantage, like in life, compared to kids who are actually raised by, a pair of loving parents or whatever. But what can you say? I mean, it just is what it is. The daughter got involved in shit she shouldn't have got involved in and got hooked on that hillbilly heroin. And now what are you going to do? Let the kids starve? No, you're the grandparents. You're going to take them in and do your best, It is really sad though, and it is very common, like in the region I'm from. Now, he lives in a different type of Kentucky, but that doesn't mean that we don't have some commonalities. Because Leth lives in the hills more, the flat land, the swampy area, central Kentucky, you know, near where the 101st Airborne are. Not that I'm trying to like dox him, but he's in that region, central Kentucky, and I'm in East Kentucky, which is nothing but mountains. And so we might as well be two distinct cultures, but there's a lot of crossover there. You know what I mean? A lot of crossover with the Flatlanders, as we called them, you know. But I get that from my grandma. I get a lot of stuff from my grandma. But yeah, she always referred to them as Flatlanders, you know. But she liked them. I mean, it wasn't like she hated them. It was just a matter of, you know. I think when Leth was gone, I was going to ask him what sense it made for Trench Crusade to be so actively like, there's no America and shit like that. But you know what? Whatever. Fuck them. I mean, Trench Crusade is a game that I will play using one-page rules skirmish game stuff mostly. Yes, Bob Vecna, Bob. Watch out for your eyes and your freaking hands over here with this guy. Yeah, it does suck. But what, you know, the thing is like in Kentucky, the one thing that you can count on amongst people is this desire. It's so weird. It depends where you are. If you're in the cities, this does not apply. But you live in the little tiny, like, villages, I guess you would call them in D&D, right? People from the villages, like not in Florida villages, before anybody starts talking about STDs and old people having orgies, right? But people from these very small communities scattered throughout the mountains, whether it's Eastern Kentucky, Western West Virginia, North Carolina, the whole, you know, that whole area, right? The one thing we pride ourselves on really is independence from the government. Like, we fucking despise the government. And, like, not as a fact. It's not like, God, I hate so-and-so as president. It's the concept of a government that we actually hate the most. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you're raised and you just handle business, right? And, you know, whatever, right? It's just the way that a lot of people are. They just, whatever, right? So that means when shitty stuff happens, like what we were talking about, a lot of people do not flee to the government for help. They flee to their grandparents, their uncles, their aunts. Just, you know, whatever, right? And I'll tell you what, that oxycodone thing back in the freaking 80s and 90s, that was the biggest thing. Yeah, we just want to be left alone when we're up there. That's literally Kentucky. Should be the Kentucky state motto, leave us alone. Instead of, you know, united we stand, divided we fall. No, it's more like leave us alone. Stay off our property. Keep, you know, mind your business. We're minding our business. Etc. But so yeah. I mean, families end up taking in kids. I know families that tuck kids in that weren't even related to them. Just the kid, their parents were so effed up that you've got this kid. He's like 5. You know, he's got no hope in the universe. So somebody just says,
I'm back.
And Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, and someone steps in and says, "Yeah, I'm going to take care of this kid." You know. And, you know, I don't know if that's Let's issue, but I've seen that exact issue, like, with people I know. Yeah.
With what issue?
The issue where the young Kentucky girl has kids, but then gets hooked on, like, oxys or some shit. and then the grandparents end up raising the kids.
Yeah, that probably happens quite a bit.
That happens a lot. And it's just like, sure, we could call in like government help and shit like that, but we don't, you know? And also, like I was saying too, Leth, I know of people who have literally just taken in, you know, a wild kid. You know what I mean? Because the kid's parents were both so effed up, no one was looking after the kid. So some grandma is like, hey, you know, and she takes him in and feeds him and puts clothes on his back and tries to get
Basically
him through
raises him.
school and everything,
Yep.
you know? And the main reason is, and Lex Park, Kentucky, in this regard, is pretty much the same as our part of Kentucky, is we handle business ourselves most of the time, and we
Yep.
don't like to be messed with.
The only kind that likes to actually involve the government are not very nice or good people.
No, that's the city people, man.
No, we have those too, where they have like ins on the local government, and they like bringing them in whenever.
See, we don't, but then again, the community I came from, there's like 100 people, maybe. I don't know. If I were to close my eyes and count, it would be less than like 20 trailers. And none of them are close. They're all kind of scattered out in the valley. And then my mom's house is way up on the mountaintop. So I can walk out on her porch and look down the valley and see all those valley dwellers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just you know, us out here, we have a little bit more people, and sometimes they'll make communities that aren't very good.
Oh, we got that. Antioch. They used to be in our area of Kentucky, but then people burned all their houses down. So they moved to Antioch. Like I said, if you cook meth and you're cooking meth in a trailer, the second you're not in that trailer, I guarantee you there's going to be a fire. And that is our community's kind way of saying you are not welcomed here. The unkind way involves murder and getting shoved in a cave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they go with the kind way first, and it works. And so, like, all the bikers and meth people who were like hanging out in that region, once all of their like labs mysteriously combusted, they just left that region and moved to another town across the mountain. And no one messes with them there, like none of my people, because we're all like, okay, they can be over there being scumbags all they want, but they're not here. You know what I mean? So we're not going to chase them across the mountain to F with them, even though we know they're scumbags. We just want to make sure we take care of our area. And like cops don't even come to my area. My area has a bad reputation for murdering police officers.
Yeah, you'll never see cop patrol this little area. It's just like, nothing really happens, so why?
Yeah, they do. Like, you can be speeding down 27 and get a cop on your tail, and as soon as you turn off and cross the tracks into the county I live in, because it's not even a town, the cops just keep going straight. They're not going to cross that train track. You know what I mean? Because they know once they do.
Hey, Squirrel Hermit.
Squirrel Hermit, what is up, my brother? Up. Maybe you don't hear us.
I don't
What's up,
know.
guys? Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
Oh, nice. You know, and it's not just Kentucky. North Carolina is that way too. Up in the mountains.
It's a lot of Appalachia areas, I'd say.
It's just the Appalachian way is we do not like to be effed with by anyone from outside our little groups. And what's the other thing? I've said this a lot of times because my wife got a kick out of it when I finally took her up there. First off, we drove in, and since she has a car no one recognized, like no one was friendly. They were all mean mugging us from their porches, you know. And then we went to a relative, and I introduced her. Hey, this is my wife. And then before you know it, it was like faster than the speed of light. Word got around the whole community. James McKee is back, and that car belongs to his wife. Next thing you know, we're driving down the street, and everybody's grinning super big, freaking waving. We're getting invited to dinners and all this stuff. And that's just kind of just the way it is up there, you know? And it's not that they hate people. It's just, if you're not part of like that, if you're not married into or part of one of the established families that's been there for going on 400 years now, yeah, a lot of people are just like, don't know you, don't want to know you, stay off my land. That actually should be the Kentucky national or state motto. Stay off my land, you know? And yeah, but once they knew that she was married to me, and my pedigree in that region goes back, like I said, to like 1680. Plus I have a lot of people in my family who have committed vile acts of violence. All of a sudden everybody changes, you know what I mean? One, because I'm an old family.
I think our state motto should be
old family.
Should come from I think Cassius Clay's lawyer. It's like it's what any sensible Kentuckian would do.
Right. It's like being sensible. I mean, you know, and it's like so even though my wife is a Yankee, and those are not especially liked in the region I'm from, it don't matter though, because she's married to me.
Yeah.
And my family's one of like 5 of the old families that's been there for so long. So, I mean, in its own little way, there's like a hierarchy, you know what I mean? It's like, plus, because of some of the shit my uncles and great uncles and whatever did,
nobody wants to cross you. They're just like, nope.
Nobody wants to cross me because there's the legend of one of my relatives murdering a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's just like, so, oh, that's a McKee. You don't mess with those guys.
Yeah, well, McKees or Vaughns, because McKee is on one side and Vaughn is the other side. They're both equally freaking. No, McKees generally just hang out on their porch and play mandolin and banjo and mind their own business most of the time. Vaughns have a history of like just killing you. And my mother is a Vaughn. So, you know, I mean, and we do have a town up there that's literally named McKee, Kentucky. It's a big town too. It's got like a couple thousand people in it. So I want to know what Nerdy Ogre, listen to me. I want to know what the Squirrel Hermit's been playing at all, and then I want to know what the left has been playing, if anything at all, since last we talked.
I haven't been playing squat.
Oh.
You ain't been playing nothing, just working?
Yep.
Oh, I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling.
Well, I'll have a game this Monday. And I did see a game I want to get.
Yeah? What is it?
Crusader Kings 3.
I've got Knights of Honor, I think, 2. I'm a fan of that one.
Well, CK3 just came out with a new update that's all of Asia, including Japan.
Oh my God. So the whole world, basically.
Pretty much all of the old world, really. I don't think it's gotten into the Americas, but it's like all the old world. But the thing is, one guy, I watched him play it, and he basically wanted to start working on the Christian Japan through Crusades.
I mean, you know, it almost happened, and then what's his name got into power and started oppressing all the Catholics.
Yeah, not to mention there was like a try for a coup by the Pope, bringing in this like random Japanese samurai that got exiled.
Right.
That would have been hilarious if he went back.
I mean, that whole situation was a Jesuit thing, you know.
Yeah, that was a Jesuit one.
Jesuits doing Jesuit shit. And as we all know, even if you're a Roman Catholic, you still can't trust those damn Jesuits. George, my homie, what is up? Hello. Ristos Anesti.
Now, if I was to try to Christianize Japan, I'll try to do it with Orthodoxy.
Well, in Crusader Kings, it lets you pick all of the lands all the way over to like the steppes of Russia. So like way over there, you know, the Altai Mountains. And it has, I mean, I love my Roomba because my Pomeranian literally just walks around dropping hair everywhere, but damn, it's loud. But anyway, so it's like you got all of North Africa, like all the way to Algiers and Morocco and all that shit, Tunisia. And then you've got all the way up to like the Altai Mountains in Russia, which is pretty far over there, right? That's basically you're dealing with Siberian tribes and shit at that point, right?
Yep.
And then, of course, it goes all the way to Ireland. And then, you know.
I think they brought in the rest of like what would be now called Russia.
There would be no reason to add it to the game because at the time I played, there's Nerdy Ogre, who I just mentioned. At the time I played, at the time periods they give you to play, there hasn't been the first Tsar yet.
Yeah, I know, but
there's
still a lot of like
into like
tribes.
12 kingdoms. So
Hey,
there's no point in the game to have anything east of the Altai Mountains because literally there's nothing there. Like there's a few Siberian tribes, but there's nothing there. So instead, if you want to deal with Russia, you have to deal with the Kingdom of Kiev, the Kingdom of Novgorod, the Kingdom of Gros, the Kingdom of Yaropolk, you know, all these different like kingdoms. And if you play the Russians, you're automatically at a disadvantage because the units they can recruit into their armies suck. They suck. Because effectively they're just peasants that are given axes or bows or some shit, javelins, and sent out to fight. I mean, if you go up higher and higher and get a lot of money, you can eventually start fielding like Druzina, which are like the heavily armored horse archer type guys and stuff like that. But man, you probably won't survive to that point in my experience.
Hi, Mishka.
Mishka, the little bear, Mishka. He's cute too. You should see his bear in ultramarine armor. It is adorable. I actually wish they made a plushy toy of that. I would buy it.
James, I think he's trying to kill me with his stare.
He's probably just wondering what you woke up and drank this morning that made you think you could just start talking shit right off the bat.
Seriously. Like clearly you drank a big old bottle of I got a giant cock juice this morning because
well, I mean,
I got bad news for you, Leth. You ain't that guy.
I will tell you this though. A lot of dudes in Kentucky do got giant cocks. I don't know what it is. See, there's his bear. Look at that. Ain't that adorable?
Anyway.
Yeah. I had a cousin that oh, that is awesome.
See what it says?
Owlbear. Cocaine owlbear.
Cocaine owlbear, baby.
Owlbear.
Cocaine owlbear. Cocaine owlbear.
The whole thing about that cocaine bear is actually inaccurate because the bear that
no one cares. Left. This is a point where you're not adding to the conversation. I'm not trying to be mean. Like I said, you're my Andy. I love you. You're invited on every show to be my sidekick. But sometimes you don't let Bear pull a Norm Macdonald on you. Let Bear just be a bear.
Pull a Norm Macdonald on him? What do you mean?
Well, have you ever seen a Conan O'Brien show where they had Norm on?
Yes,
and he just completely starts destroying everything. It's funny, but it happens.
It's the Canadian in me. What do you want?
Nothing.
But anyway, I think
the owlbear with cocaine thing, we don't need to know the actual forensic reality of it. it's just funny to think of, and then move on.
I think.
But yeah, I have a nephew who's actually a cousin, but since he's so much younger than me, he always calls me uncle, so I call him nephew. And the biggest problem with this guy, one, in most states, he'd probably be in prison. But two, he has the hugest man thing. Like, it's like not believable.
I don't want to know about your
I know you don't want to know, but other people do.
No, I promise you.
Well, hold on.
No one watching this show right now wants to know about your cousin's
The story
cock.
gets hilarious because you get 3 beers in him and he has to show it to you.
No, that's not hilarious. That's just like, dude, I'm never going out with this guy for beer, ever.
Which is kind of like I said, if he were in Florida running around whipping his giant dick out, he'd probably go to jail.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But for some reason in Kentucky, it's just like people just laugh it off and say, damn, that guy does have a huge... You know how big his thing is? His thing is so big, every girl he's ever dated.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you should be.
His thing is so big that every girl he's ever dated, when they split up, that woman like keyed his car all to shit and like tried to burn his house down. Don't go drinking with none of my cousins. That is just a good idea unless you're related.
Probably.
Or a hot chick that works at like Hooters. But the problem is,
people in my family
he had literally drove his girlfriends insane. So like he would split up with them and they would start trying to burn his car. They just, I was like, damn.
I know.
Now, I don't know much about all that, but
members of my family who shouldn't drink either.
But yes, Vecna, I have cousins you can drink with and have the best time ever. And I have other cousins that once they get a little bit of whiskey in them, there's going to be violence. I have some good news for Shadow whenever he watches this. My wife has put together a game night tomorrow, and I will be participating, and we will be playing Mansions of Madness, 2nd edition.
Please do not listen to Dirty Ogre. He does not speak for everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't listen to filthy goblins.
Yeah, don't listen to filthy goblins.
But listen here, Mr. Timmy. You started off and you chose violence as your first step today. There shall be a reckoning, sir. I promise you that. Don't get.
It is true. Let just came out of the freaking booth bucking away, didn't he?
I don't tolerate James calling me Mishka. What fucking planet do you think you get to call me Mishka?
But the problem, though, is the icon you're using right now is 100% a Mishka. It's a little cute bear. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Okay, that for you then. Let me fix that. I'll fix that right away. Hang on.
No, what you should be doing is trying to find a way to avoid IP infringement and having those fuckers made and selling them.
No.
It wouldn't be hard. But a cute little teddy bear wearing power armor? Shit. Come on. That would sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, probably would sell. I don't know about hotcakes, but I'm sure some folks would like it.
Oh, I'd buy one.
See, now that's sad, you fucking weeb. What the fuck, dude? What is with that weeb picture?
Because Leth, like my brother, is a weeb.
Are you Albanian or something?
It's the smile.
Yeah.
You must be Albanian if you think that's an appropriate picture.
Actually, I think that'd be Croatian. Aren't the Croats the ones that are always been accused of being ladyboys?
No, it's the Albanians.
Okay.
Or is it the Slovenians? I can't remember.
Well, Slovenians.
There's your fucking
that is a scary bear that I would run from. And if
Timmy, you're not disproving the gay theory, buddy. I hate to break the news to you. Going from a cutesy girl to a muscular dude looking like he's fucking someone hard, not disproving that you're gay.
Yeah, that actually is kind of gay.
No, it's the boulder.
I don't want to know what is in your AI or your anime folder. I don't want you to get my channel like tucking down, and I don't want to be accused of hanging out with PDF files. You know what I'm saying?
Does that matter?
And the problem with a lot of anime is it certainly does skirt that freaking line awful close.
A lot.
You know?
No.
And that's why I stick to anime like Cowboy Bebop. What's up, Satya? If you stick to like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that, then you ain't got to worry because there's nothing weird in there.
I just watched that the other night.
Yeah, man. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Let's kick it.
See you later, Space
Cowboy.
Yeah.
You like have an energy drink today or something, Leth? What the fuck's up with you?
I don't know.
You're full of pith and vinegar.
Well, he has
Liz
been having
and
to take
vinaigrette.
breaks to take care of his niece who is scattering toys all over the house. And we had a conversation about how a lot of people where I'm from end up getting raised by their grandparents because their mom gets hooked on oxy or meth or some shit. And it's like kind of a common thing, unfortunately.
Yep, there definitely is a huge meth problem in Kentucky.
Yep. And there's a huge people being raised by their grandparents problem because their actual parents are scumbags. Oh, that's a good icon. I like that. That's catchy. I'm biased though because I like purple.
Yeah, I like that one too. I made it today for my my music channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, one, like I said, I love purple, and two, it just looks really cool. That's a well done thing there, Bear. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Satya, let me ask you a question. In Finland, do you ever run into issues where like grandparents have to raise their grandchildren because the parents are like hooked on drugs and shit? Does that ever happen in like Europe and the frozen north and all that shit? Which I hope you understand when I was talking about America hating Eurotrash, I didn't mean you specifically earlier. I was talking about the assholes that created Trench Crusade that seem to want to go out of their way to make sure that America is never represented in anything. It's like, you Eurotrash motherfuckers, if it weren't for us, you'd all be speaking German. Well, and the Canadians, obviously. I got to throw Bear the bone. Yes, they helped a lot. If it weren't for the Commonwealth and America, freaking Central Europe would just be one giant shithole. Well, it already is, but a shithole full of like really bad guys in really nice uniforms. Because I don't care who you are, those Hugo Boss uniforms are freaking slick.
Yeah, Hugo Boss. Yeah, that was style.
You know, they actually, before they started making those uniforms, apparently like the National Socialist government got together and had like this huge like trial to see who could design the perfect uniform that would project strength and also cause fear. And also just look really cool. Because they want a uniform that people would want to wear, but that would make your enemies terrified of you. And would, you know, and I think Hugo Boss nailed it.
They were very, very sharp and masculine. Very. In my opinion.
I'll tell you what, I worry about myself because if I get transported back to 1939 Germany, I don't know. Those uniforms are awful nice. I'm not saying I agree with anything that they believe because I don't, obviously. But those uniforms are awful nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. See, doesn't know anyone that was raised by grandparents. Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought it was probably an Appalachian thing.
No, it well, I technically came from Canada's Appalachia, so it happens here too.
Yeah. Sad.
But in those days, it wasn't drugs; it was alcohol.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, like Satya saying,
more than just Appalachia.
Yeah. Aren't you Pennsyltuckian?
No. He's not.
I know. I would just like to do that to him every time I see him. Do you mind not shitting on my fucking thing with Squirrel? Do you mind?
Nice.
Is that a problem for you that Squirrel and I can't have our own thing without you being his lawyer? Fuck. What the fuck?
I'm
Well,
defensive of
he's,
Squirrel.
you know, I
Squirrel's
mean,
one of
jealousy,
my
you know,
oldest
envy,
homies
you know
out
how
there.
that goes.
Squirrel knows I love him like a fucking play cousin. That doesn't mean I'm not going to bust his chops a little bit.
Oh no, bust his chops. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
you
should.
And I know
better,
he
you
doesn't like
motherfucker.
being called a Pennsyltuckian, so fuck him.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's an
No,
Ohio
I'm
Tuckian.
not- Hey, listen, gentlemen,
fuck
gentlemen,
Ohio,
like I've
Pennsylvania. It's all
always
the
said.
same shit.
On the
Like
east
I've
side,
always
it
said,
definitely is.
Whenever I hear United States of America, all I hear is Ohio, and it's 49 bitches.
Ohio.
Hey, it's a funny thing.
Yep. If you don't raise your kids, you will raise your grandkids. That is a great statement, Nerdy Ogre. You get a gold star. That is one of the smartest things I've heard in a while.
Pretty much
Yeah,
the
that
smartest
is
thing
true.
I've ever heard a filthy fucking goblin say.
Well, you know, even a filthy goblin's can be like a broken clock and be right.
Yeah,
twice
but you know,
a day.
all that tells me is that filthy fucking goblin read that on a bubblegum wrapper.
Well,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. He said it, and he knows it's true, and it is true.
Well,
Yeah, it
he's
does
still a
hold some
filthy
truth.
goblin.
I mean, my mom was one of those that would just adopt people. Like, not legally, obviously. She just let them live with her and feed them because they were like 7 and had nowhere to go and no home. And, you know, and she'd just be like, come home with me, and she'd feed them. Eventually they get older and they either join the military or, you know, whatever, you know. That's why when you guys talk about my brothers, and I'm always like, dude, I got like 7 brothers. That's part of it too, you know.
Yeah, my mom was similar. My family was.
Yeah, see, the one thing I will say negative about my mother, and I almost never say, well, okay, there's 2 things I always say negative about my mom, and she gets pissed off at me for the one. She has like way too many dogs because she cannot pass a stray dog and not stop and pick it up. And then you end up going to visit mom, and you're sitting on the couch in the living room, and there's a fucking pack of dogs barking. Like, you know, 5 plus, running around smelling ass, just raising hell. And you're sitting there like trying to talk. I'm sitting there trying to talk to my mom, but it's like wasted effort because these dogs are losing their fucking mind, right? That's one thing I don't like. And the other thing I don't like, but I'm not allowed to talk to my mom about because she put her foot down and said, look, I'm sick of this. Don't bring it up again, is circumcision. Because I'm like, Mom, I was a little baby. I had no choice. Why would you do that to me? And it's touchy, you know, it's touchy for her. I'm like, you know, female circumcision is absolutely illegal. You'll go to prison for that shit, but you'll cut my shit off like no problem, right? Just do it. And I'm like, okay. To be fair, I converted to Judaism, which means
Just gave it a trim, didn't really
had it done anyway. But it would have been my choice. But I'm not allowed to talk to my mom because she put her foot down. She said, I'm sick of this shit. I made the decision I thought was right. Sorry you don't like it. You were a baby. And I'm like, okay, Mom. Okay, fair, you know. But I am super, little known fact bear. I am super anti-circumcision unless there is a religious reason behind it. I will throw that caveat in. Yes, my Jewish brothers and sisters out there, get all the circumcisions you want. It's fine. Get him oil, have him come in, you know, take 10% off, do whatever the hell you need done. Fine. But just circumcising everybody at random willy-nilly, that seems a little bit like child abuse, really.
Do you know why they do circumcision, James?
I have heard
whatever answer you have is wrong. I'll tell you the exact reason. Your answer is wrong.
I thought it made it easier to take care of your penis.
No. The reason they do circumcision is because a Jewish girl won't touch anything unless it's 20% off.
Okay, now that was great, but that was not a fair answer. But it was good.
Well, I'm just trying to get us off the cock talk. What the fuck?
I'm changing the channel.
I know, right?
What is it? All this
got big ringers.
Dick.
Just a little off.
I think this is the J.R.R. Martin episode.
That's actually funny.
That was good.
I'm going to beat you 50% less than I planned to because that was funny.
It's like
he gets a double gold star.
I'm going to circumcise the beating I was going to give you.
Or wiener. It was wiener. Floppy wiener. Floppy wiener.
I see here someone's.
But anyway, no, that was kind of, you know how people have weird shit that they get like obsessed with. That's one of my obsessions.
Clearly,
Well,
it's like don't be cutting shit off.
You and Shadow get along.
Oh, whoa! Shade thrown at Shadow and James in one blow. Beautiful squirrel. That's my bro.
Damn,
I come alive every now and again.
Yeah, get you in the basement more. You're more fun down there.
Yeah, he is.
That's what Shadow says.
Poor Shadow.
Maybe that's what. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
you
why
say
the
that,
three
but I
of us
don't
get
feel
along.
Well, just because it's so early, Shadow's probably still asleep, or
he was hanging
his
out
wife
watching my
is
stuff
currently
earlier.
digging a grave in the backyard.
Shadow was
One of the
over
two.
watching my stuff earlier.
The weirdest Appalachian show I've ever tuned in for. And here's what's weird, Bob.
11:30.
We're supposed to be talking about role-playing games.
Yet somehow, Dick.
Did I tell
Well, I
you when I
mean-
was in high school, like I had this weird obsession with drawing big veiny cocks?
No, don't quote fucking super bad.
That was funny, though. Not me, but super bad. I'm not claiming to be funny. Yep, because Shadow's in the different time zone, or he's been murdered by his Mexican wife. Either way. I mean, you know. So if that happens, I have tequila here at the house. I pour one out for him. But you know. No, we started out with what have you guys been playing, and nobody's playing anything but me so far, unless Bear's got. Well, I know Bear's
I've
got.
got 3 heroic games running. I got a 4th heroic game coming. I've got 2 Valorous games about to start. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I got tons of shit on the table.
I know Bear's got shit on the book. Well, you remember how I was moping about not wanting the game at all?
Yeah.
I told you I'm gonna the return of James Culver, baby. Mansions of Madness 2. The blues player with the golden trumpet is getting ready to make an appearance tomorrow night.
For me, I still got my Monday game. That's going to be Monday. Then every other Saturday, which means next Saturday, not this one, I'll be playing a game.
And I swear to God, if one of my buddies says when we go on a bus or something that I should be in the back of it, I'm just going to lose my mind.
James, I'm sharing. I can't share it with you. Shit. Hang on. Let me figure this out.
I mean, granted, that would be realistic as the black dude in 1920s. They probably would be like, you go to the back, but I'm sick of that shit.
There you go. James, the nerdy goblin shared something with me that I'm sharing with you.
Well, oh my goodness, that's not near as cute as yours, but it's still pretty badass.
Yeah.
Bear Space Marines would be awesome, and I wonder about the Emperor's true sentience and power that he didn't just invent those. I bet
now,
you.
As I was going to say, since you've declared that Leth is your sidekick, I implore Cold Iron, if you're watching this, which I suspect you will be, you need to now start with all your memes having a speech bubble from off screen shouting, "I gotta go!" And that just be that in every image.
Yeah, but I know a little bit about Left still, so I know what's up. But running the Dead Ring game, yes.
Christ, context ruins jokes, James. Are you like the anti-comedy guy? Is that what your thing is? It's just like, I won't stand for any comedy in this world. To hell with that comedy. Well, I made a joke, yes, but actually, if you analyze,
blame a Canadian. There's a Canadian you can blame who's from your town you live in.
No, he's not. He's from Quebec City, which is down the road from.
Okay, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. He is my hero and my comedic mentor. And I've learned
he would have been funny when he ruins the joke.
To do is to ruin other people's jokes.
Yes, but when he did it, he was funny.
He's more
panache.
charismatic.
He would have done it like this. He would have said, "Well, actually, from what I know, let is growing illegal children in a field out there, and he has to deal with that. That's why he's got to go." He runs a free-range child factory. Like he would have done something like that. You just go, "Well, actually, Leth has a hard life."
I didn't say hard life. I just said I know what's going on with him. And
I
know
paraphrase, don't be a fucking pedant. That's my job.
Yeah, that's true. Your Dead Rain game, at least the character you made that you showed me that I could have played, that character is badass. You did a great job on that character, Nerdy Ogre. And I'm sorry that I could not and would not play with you, but I do want you to know the character was badass. I mean, you know.
Yeah, my camera's broken. I just haven't gotten a new one yet.
Yeah. Well, how about you stop buying overpriced French piece of shit guns and buy a camera?
Well, James, you wanted an overpriced French piece of crap gun too, the Scar.
Well, those are swamp French, though. I mean, you know, Fabrique Nationale, that's in Holland.
The Scar's a Fabrique Nationale.
Yeah, that's Holland, I think, or Belgian or some shit. And honestly, I'm not sure I want one anymore because there's an American company that makes a clone of one that's even better.
Fair, but I was just saying, you used to really
and much cheaper too. Instead of like $3,000 to $5,000, it's like
Fabrique Nationale both made the Scar and the P90.
Oh yeah, the P90 is an FN, isn't it?
Yeah,
and they made the 5.7 too that everybody's jerking off about.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with the 5.7, honestly. My
Keltec made a better version.
My what's it called? Son-in-law has one, and
you know, Keltec made
somebody else is in here. Let's see. It is Nerdy Ogre. Let's see if we can get
the Nerdy Goblin.
His freaking Texas internet doesn't screw everything up.
I
think we may have gotten that fixed, but I don't know.
Well, don't worry. My internet sucks too, so.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir on that one.
Yeah. It's like, they did this thing, and they're like, we're putting in fiber optic. It's going to be awesome. And ever since then, my internet is so bad that sometimes YouTube fucking freezes up and starts doing loading screens and shit. And it's like, that should never happen. I mean, I've never even seen that. But you did an upgrade. Now YouTube is having a hard time loading videos. It's like, yeah, I should probably call somebody and bitch, but I just haven't been motivated enough, you know.
But that was I was having a problem with Discord. It just
yeah.
Sometimes this
all of a sudden it would be like, oh, you're no longer connected. We've connected you back. Psych.
Psych. Full in. Right.
Heck,
yeah. But I'll tell you what, it has allowed me to get really good at that game where you're like a T-Rex and you're running around like doing shit.
Yeah.
That's like our internet when it goes out and you type like to see and it says internet is out. Unfortunately, it'll be back soon. Would you like to play a game? And it's like this little MIDI T-Rex running around jumping over shit and eating things. It's like, all right.
Heck, I think my Discord actually went out the last time I tried to play the 5th edition game.
Yeah. So Nerdy Ogre's running his Rain of Fire. That's cool.
Dead Rain.
I'm sorry. Rain of Fire is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
With a character in it that I did not even recognize until like someone told me who it was. Like, who thought that badass Kentucky boy was played by Matthew McConaughey? I know I didn't. When he jumps out of the tank and he's got the big dragon tooth there and he's covered in tats with a shaved head, and the British guy's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, 57th Kentucky Rifleman or some shit like that. And I'm like, "Man, that guy's badass looking." and then you find out it's just a bulked up Matthew McConaughey. He must have hit the fucking gym for that show because yeah, he's big. And then he gets into a scrap with my favorite Batman, and yeah, dies. Not so heroically trying to jump at a dragon with an axe, but you know, hey.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll see you.
See you, bro.
Was it something I said?
Later.
Nope.
Family.
Nope. Yep.
Family.
No, Leth is he works hard to help his grandparents out and everything like that and take care of his nieces and nephews.
I don't believe you. I think he's telling you lies because he's secretly selling people.
Yeah, well, if that were true, he'd be able to afford a camera, I'd think.
No, he can't because there's the people stacked in cages behind him.
Well,
might
that
not
makes
want to.
sense. That makes sense.
you
You
can
might
see
not
that.
want people seeing what's going on.
Yeah, it might
Kind
be
of like
part of
Shadow
that.
has never given us a tour of his basement.
Or Shadow ever showing us any other room in his house?
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, Shadow's house is like you walk in and the whole house is covered in human hide, just like stapled to the fucking wall.
It's like an Ed Gein memorial.
How you doing, DM Bloodworth?
How's it going, guys?
Well,
Oh, sorry, no. As we say in New York now, salamu alaikum.
Hey,
I like to lick
I'm
them
in New
too.
York City.
Yeah.
So I don't have to-
Oh,
Yeah,
give it time.
although I do have
First
some
we take
commercial
Manhattan,
properties that I'm
then
looking
we
to
take
get out
Brazil.
of before it turns to total shit. But we've been looking to get out of those commercial properties for a little bit now.
Well, you can do what everyone else does and just move to Miami Beach.
No. I'm fine in, I'm fine in the Mid Hudson Valley of New York. It is a red stronghold in the middle of the state, and
For now.
we're pretty good. Yeah, it's not going to change anytime soon. I don't see it happening. The
Okay,
big show thing-
I'm not the one with the disbelieving face. Okay,
yeah,
they're other with the disbelieving face. Yeah.
yeah.
Bear showed me a meme, and
I
it was
I don't believe in the word stronghold anymore after the
Yeah.
last fucking 10 years. There's
You
no
know,
more
yeah,
stronghold.
Here's the thing, though. That whole election is meaningless.
Mhm.
It's like the Democrats are freaking out, being like, "Yay, we won!" It's like you were going to win. You only
When they talk about, there's someone out there. Oh, there was a blue wave. I was like, that's not a wave, dude. It's like if you flipped a red district, that would be a wave, but that's not what you
let's
did.
not use the word blue on what that wave was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no blue wave. It was
yeah,
like
There was
like a
a,
yellow
there was
wave.
an inshallah wave is what there was.
Yeah. But
New
anyway,
York was going to elect a Democrat. That was just how it was going to be.
oh yeah, that
That's
was
been since Giuliani.
But
No
I
one should
I
be
point
surprised.
to, I point to, and I've actually had some issues with the local, the New York State Conservative Party and the Conservative Party of Dutchess County, which I'm a registered member of. And I know when I did my ballot, I noticed that there were two Superior Court justices that were on both the Democrat line and the conservative line. And so I was like, how the fuck does that happen? I mean, this is not the early 90s when you still had blue dog Democrats running around. I think Condit was the last one I recall, last one I recall of any real significance. And I was like, the Reagan Democrats are gone, and there's, in which my father was one, and it was kind of, I was brought up in a Union Democrat household that voted for Reagan both times, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, definitely shifted. And this last ballot, there were two candidates on there that were for the Superior Court that were listed as both Democrat and conservative. So I reached out to the Dutchess County Conservative Party and literally reached out right to the head of the Dutchess County Conservative Party, and he picked up the phone within like 2 minutes, and I said, listen, I just got back from voting, And he says, I already know what you're going to say. And we sued Westchester County, which is the county just immediately north of New York City, and another county that's right next door to it. Maybe it was Orange or whatever. But he said the Conservative Party there allowed for the Democrat to be listed on their line. And I said, well, that's utter bullshit. I was like, how does the Conservative Party allow for that? He says, you have to take that up with the New York State Conservative Party. So I reached out to them and sent them an email and stated that, I sacrifice being able to vote in primaries. All right, because in New York, you have to be one of the two parties
Right.
in order to vote in a primary. I says, I sacrifice being able to vote in primaries. So I have no say in who is going to sit on the Republican ticket, or the Democrat ticket if I wanted to.
So you're basically, sorry to interrupt, but you're a libertarian?
Yeah, I'm a
Registered
libertarian
independent.
conservative, kind of thing. I couldn't care less about social issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not my thing. I am a very, very strict, fiscal conservative, and, whether now, I don't cross the line where it's like, guys can be going into the ladies' room. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
no, you're like me. You're a conservative that worries about the fiscal bullshit, but don't care if somebody's gay or not.
Yeah. No, I don't care. I have
that
family
shit.
members who are gay, and they're
Just
and
stop
they
giving
actually
money
vote
to
Republican.
Every
they
gay couple
literally
has
vote
the right.
Republican. It's like it's like crazy. It's like and I am a retired school teacher, and I am a retired union rep.
Don't forget, you served in the Army too.
And they don't. The union leadership doesn't understand how fiscally conservative the rank and file are, and unfortunately, neither does the GOP. Right. And that's where I fault them. I fault the Republican Party of the state of New York for not fully supporting what candidates they do have, and without and not putting up really good candidates. All of New York City, the best they could do was Curtis Sliwa. All right. And I'm not even saying that I disagree with him on any particular point. I'm just saying he had no fucking shot to win.
Okay, but hang on. James did what James does, which is he got you off the topic you were answering, which was, what did the Conservative Party say to your email?
They haven't responded yet.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll go back to talking whatever you want to do, but I was just waiting for that answer. And
let's go
down the rabbit hole.
I will double check. As a matter of fact, I will double check right now if they've answered.
Richard said something that rings true with a lot of Republicans across our entire country, Bear, and that is that we want to be conservative, but it seems like the GOP is so busy just actively going out of their way to lose.
Well, you guys are on a cusp right now, and that cusp is that both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are about to go the way of the Whigs and whatever fucking former parties you had, and new parties are going to start forming because people aren't feeling represented anymore, or they feel that the woo-woo is too much on one side or whatever.
Because I like Trump.
Hopefully
but before Trump, it was like the Democrats would do some super dirty shit, and then the Republicans would stand around and be like, well, we have to be gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, if they do some dirty shit, you do some dirty shit right back. And see, under Trump, love him or hate him, that dude will meme you to death. Mm-hmm. Like, if you do dirty shit to him, he never forgets it. You know what I mean? He's coming for you. That's what we need. We need Republicans that are actually willing to put aside their aristocratic, we have to be gentlemen bullshit and play to win. You know?
They don't play to win.
Yeah. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem in a nutshell. What we need is some citizens in DC. Not these career politicians. We need to get them out. We need to vote in citizens. Problem is, we don't have any citizens that are running. It's like the people that we have that can and should do the job don't want to do the job.
Right.
So all we're left with is voting for the career politicians.
Well, I'll tell you what, Texas
that's
is
why
already
Trump,
in trouble.
That's what got Trump so popular. He wasn't a career politician. He was from outside that.
Yeah. He was a businessman from Queens, New York, who was willing to put his foot right on your fucking neck if you effed with him, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Did you see all of the what's to do with Abbott?
No, I haven't been really looking at.
Well, in Texas, some people are trying to make hay out of this because Abbott showed up at a Jewish event, and there were Israeli flags everywhere, but only one American flag, and people were being like, "Well, why was Abbott there? And why is there something?" And it's like the full context was he was invited to a Jewish Israeli event,
right?
It wasn't like he was showing up because right now within the Republican and Democratic Party, there are factions that are becoming super anti-Israeli.
Right.
And it's like, did you? There was even the thing where they were questioning Trump Jr. and this one well-spoken kid got up there and was like, basically his answer was, why don't we decouple everything from Israel? Because it seems like they actually run our country. And then Trump Jr. was telling him, no, that's not how it works. But that, whether it's true or myth, I think myth really, that is becoming an actual thing.
Yeah.
And it's not just one party.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got people up in the Mamdani guys that just want to kill all the Israelis.
I would counter that by saying, so you're saying that we should decouple with any very strong alliance because it brings into question in your mind that we're not looking out after America first. So fine.
Basically, yeah.
I said, all right, fine. Then I would pull the United States out of NATO.
Oh, I would too.
I would tell the UN, get kicking, go to another place. Go to Sweden or whatever the fuck you want to go. All right. Because we will pull out of there, and we're going to pull our money along with us. All right. Because none of those entities can sustain itself without U.S. funding.
Well, the funnest was the next guy who come up, or the third next, whatever. He was an active Democrat. And he brought up the USS Liberty. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have this, Midwest-looking white dude in the middle of Texas asking about one thing. And then the next couple dudes later, you've got this hardcore socialist Democrat being like, but, why are we friends with them after? Did they ever apologize for the USS Liberty? And you've got Donald Trump Jr. sitting there being like, trying to answer questions, but you could tell he was like, what in the F is going on here, right?
Yeah.
He walked right into the hornet's nest, and it was both sides. As Bear says, as both sides move, they eventually all come to the agreement that they hate Israel.
Oh, yeah.
Left or right.
Again, it's like, well, then let's do a reset on all alliances, and make it a moratorium, for a number of years, and then we will see who our new modern allies are, and those that don't carry the weight, and let it go there. I can guarantee you, the way that the UK is now, that wouldn't be an alliance. I don't see how that we can politically ally ourselves with the United Kingdom. All right, not the way maybe certain parts of
Personally, I don't think we're working hard enough to ally with Canada and get them like more and more on our side. But it seems like
Well, from my understanding, and I am no great philosopher when it comes to politics. Yes, Bear is correct in having that face on and having that look upon his face. He is correct. But to my understanding, Canada is rather split.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Canada, our beautiful native home.
You got one side that is going the way of the extreme leftists and all this other stuff, and then you have the other guys who are saying, "Let's cut our ties with Canada and join the U.S."
Okay,
Yeah,
so
see, I understand.
if y'all let me talk without interrupting me the way you guys love to do as Americans, I'll tell you what the fuck's going on in Canada. Stop looking at us through your two-party lens. That's the mistake you guys always make when you look at us. You look at your left-right dynamic and try and apply it to us. We have a parliament system. We have multiple representatives of multiple different ideologies and parties up here, and therefore the community is never left or right in Canada. It's shades of left, shades of right, shades of centrist, shades of woo-woo hippie green party people, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's insane up here.
You're all wrong.
What did I just say about not interrupting me, James? Did I not just ask you not to interrupt me? And you interrupt me and try to explain it, and I'm not. Do what you want. I don't care. Do what you want. Do what you want. I'm not explaining Canada to you.
No one attacked. All I said is we should work harder to be Canada's friend.
No, you interrupted me as I was trying to explain how Canada works so that you'd have an understanding of why you guys need to adjust. Your favorite boy up top is the one who caused all this shit with Canada.
And we
all
should
the
work
problems
harder
with
to
America
fix
and
it.
Canada right now are because Trump wanted to be a bully. And Canadians don't respond well to bullies. We don't. We never have. We never will.
Me saying we should try to fix our relationship.
You can't. Until he is gone, you cannot fix your relationship with Canada.
I think we can.
No, you can't.
We've got good Democrats. We've got good.
Okay, all right, fine, whatever. You know my country better than me, sir. Go ahead. That's fine.
No, I'm
you
just
know
saying
my
we could
people
try.
better than I know my people. Go right ahead, sir.
Dude, your people.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My people, the country of Canada, is not happy with you. Is not happy from the top to the only people who are happy with you right now are the extreme right-wing Christians out west. They love you.
I mean, we do love them.
But they're this much of the population of Canada, which is why the Liberals keep winning all the fucking time. And the problem is all the moderates and centrists would have sided against the fucking Liberals if fucking Trump had shut the fuck up. But he didn't. He kept running his mouth, and the Liberals were smart. They used it as political hay. They fucking prompted it.
Relationship.
They created this entire Canada First mentality and elbows up and all this stupid shit they said, and then fucking Liberals won again because Trump couldn't just sit the fuck back and let it happen.
You're focusing on the past. I'm focusing on the future.
The future cannot fix until Trump is no longer president. That's what you need to understand.
Okay, maybe it'll take J.D. Vance to do it.
It depends how Vance treats Canada. Depends how Vance behaves.
But here's the thing.
My whole point
past administrations have allowed everybody to walk all over America. America has been getting screwed left, right, and up the
Look, let's not
center.
attack Canada. The point I was making is it's important that we be friends with Canada.
Yes, it is important we be friends with Canada.
And we cannot be friends until you guys stop acting like we're your attic. Stop acting like we're this retarded little brother.
You're our hat.
And you stop acting like we're your hat. Because I hate to break the news to you. In the car of North America, which includes Canada, Mexico, U.S., and the Caribbean, we are the fucking designated driver because the other three can't be trusted with the fucking wheel. You understand?
Which is why I said what I said.
Well,
and then you went off on how your government works in response to me just saying.
I wasn't responding to you. I wasn't. Why is everything about you? Leth was talking too. Perhaps I was responding to Leth pontificating about how Canada works. I was literally responding to Leth dividing Canadians into two groups only.
That's Nerdy Ogre, I think.
I'm sorry, Nerdy Ogre. My apologies. Whatever.
I was waiting for that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you're very sensitive when, in fact, most of us here actually
my
love Canada.
Christ. Do you know how many
and
times
would
you
love
guys have
anything
shit on my
great in
country in these
Canada.
panels? Do you know how many times you make your little jokes about Canada are kind but simple people, and you love to take your little shots at us because you don't think we're going to get upset? Problem is when we get upset, we hold a fucking grudge.
Well, that's your problem.
The Germans
the whole
learned
world
that.
talks shit about
Your
America.
country
We
tried
don't
it twice
give a
and
damn.
didn't learn the lesson, it seems, because now 150 years later, we're back doing this bullshit again, where we're your simple fucking country bumpkin neighbor. We're not.
Bro, you're being sensitive.
I am. I'm 100%
Like the whole world makes fun of Americans. We don't
when
care.
you're the top of the heap, you expect that.
Well, if we're the top of the heap, then you're very close to the top of the heap.
No, we're not, sadly.
Because you're
We're
right
not.
next to us.
We're not, because we have reactionary governments that are so fucking reactionary to you that they buy into all this Euro bullshit that they've been swallowing for the last 15 fucking years, World Economic Forum and all the rest of it. So they're destroying Canada. They're turning Canada into a joke, and it's all in response to your shit, as usual, because the fucking boomers in Canada can't let go of, or can't grasp the idea that we can exist without having to worry what you fucking do all the time.
Well, for what it's worth, Bear, I think you're cool. And I think that we should be friends with you. At least you. If no one else in Canada, I want to be friends with you.
I do agree with
Yahweh
Bear on that one
protect
point.
me, I can't.
The boomers have fucked up a lot of shit.
Yeah, we can all agree on that.
Everything.
I mean, we can all agree on that.
They're fucking indigent children thinking that they like made it big on like during times that, yes, every time is tough, but it seems to me, from what I understand, it wasn't as tough as they made it out to seem.
For the emperor,
they own all the property.
The economic, you know what I mean? Like I heard a thing the other day. I don't know if it's that true or I'm not an economist, but I heard a thing like the other day, like the buying power of minimum wage compared to today, you know, for housing and all this other stuff, we'd be needing to get paid like $60, $60-some an hour just to have that same type of buying power. But they come across as
minimum wage.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The minimum they come across as like, it was yeah, times are tough every generation, but they're not as tough as you're making them out to be, there, folks.
No, I mean, I'm sitting here playing with a bunch of tanks that cost $50. I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
Let's be honest, Squirrel. The boomers came up post World War II in the largest economic boom recorded in fucking world history, because basically you guys bombed the shit out of the industrial sector of every other first world nation. So you were the only industrial nation. And then they got fucking cheap real estate, cheap education, cheap everything else. And the biggest fucking concern they had was women's fucking rights and equal rights. That was their big, not dying.
Nope.
Not fucking getting murdered.
First world problems they were worried about.
They were totally about first world problems, and they had such numbers. They changed the education system. They changed how work works. They changed everything.
Yep, and part of me can't entirely blame them because that's the environment they grew up in. They existed in. I mean,
I agree, but at the same time, could they fucking start dying, please? When does the boomer die-off begin so we can actually get this fucking world back in line?
I think they tried it with the COVID thing.
My parents were boomers, and I remember when I was very young, 18, 20, something like that, and I was going to, get a bank, or I had a bank account, get a loan or get credit or something. It was like something which would be crazy today for first timer, like 6% or something. My old man's like, you got to shop around. I wouldn't go for anything above 2%. And I'm like, Dad, that's not how the world is, buddy. That I don't understand. You are well.
So anyway,
I get it, but that's.
I think the point is, we should never talk bad about Canada because.
Oh, for fuck's sake, eat my ass.
What?
Well,
Brad.
So anyway,
love you, Bear.
Let's let's see. Hold on. Wow, my freaking video is uploading like. Slow.
Oh yeah, I've been adding yours.
Slow as shit. You know what?
The thing. Yeah, I do that.
On that point, let me ask you. I think I cannot. I can't.
You
boost
can't add
your-
mine because I'm not monetized.
Why aren't you monetized?
Because when I started this channel, I was like, I don't give a shit about being monetized, and
I know, but then we can't boost you.
but I can boost you though, which is weird.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is so monetize yourself, and
Oh,
then
it's even
you can
weirder too. Some of my videos have commercials in them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
All
saying. You
videos.
might as well get paid
All
for it if
videos.
they're going to put commercials in your shit.
They're putting
No.
ads in my shit, and I'm not
I
getting a
know.
nickel.
It's like with your
Yeah, I don't-
numbers, you could easily be making like $60 a month.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Easily, which
monetize
means
it
you wouldn't
anyway.
get paid out for 3 months, but it's great. Every 3 months, you'd get like $150. No, wait, 30% to Google. Every 3 months, you'd get like $100.
Yeah, $100.
No, every
Yeah,
two
you know,
months.
100
Every
bucks
2
is
months, you'll get
$100.
it like $100.
Hey,
And that's,
Not,
that's
not-
fair.
not-
Yeah,
if he's monetizing at $60 a month, he's losing 30% to Google right off the top, and they count that against your payout.
I know, but that's the low end. That is the low end.
You know what's even more fucked up, Bloodworth?
Yeah.
What country am I in?
Yo, what's Canada take from you?
Canada takes shit from me. The IRS takes 30% from me.
My government takes money from
Your
you?
government takes 30% of my fucking YouTube earnings. They don't touch my Patreon. They don't touch my fucking Drive-Thru RPG. They don't touch my Amazon Kindle publisher program. But for some reason, Google, they take 30% off. It's
Oh,
fucked up.
Well, you see, I can start
You should
hyping
get a-
your
you should get a tax
channel
return
because
from America.
I'm waiting for the people that I follow so that I can hype them. You know what I'm saying? So, and the other thing is you can only hype through the app. You can't do it on the computer,
I know.
which is another bizarre thing, right?
It's
I'm
so
like,
dumb.
yeah, it really is. It's like I know it's brand new and they're still beta testing it or whatever they
Hey,
roll it
Matt,
out.
how you doing, Frenchie?
But
Are you all
yeah,
sorted?
so
Can you join
I'm
us
waiting
next?
I'm waiting to hype I'm waiting to hype Shadow and Son because he just hit the 1,000
Yeah.
and so he just needs the watch hours. Besides, I was watching his video where he was interviewing you and talking about Valorous, which is a pain in the ass to find. You can't just find that on Amazon. So
But
that's
I've
why I
literally
put the
shown you
link.
how, guys. I've shown you guys how to search it
Yeah,
on
you put the
Amazon, and I get it every time, even with an incognito tab where I don't have any history. So I just think you all
No,
suck at
I
Amazon.
found it through your name first. Like at first, I looked at his thumbnail. I was like, "Oh, there's his name."
That's what I had to do. That's what I
That's
had.
how I found
That's fucked up.
it.
So me and Bloodworth are in the same boat. We both had to order it the same way.
Well, I thank you for your order, and I'm sorry Amazon made your life hard. Not my
Well,
fault.
I think you
No, no,
played
they-
the game.
they make
and I'm
it
sorry
easy.
Your country
they make
made
it
your
easy
life
because
hard.
it's free shipping and all of that stuff. So that's
Still
easy.
cleaning and packing. Just moved my large format printer.
me see.
That
What am
bitch
I
must
doing?
weigh 300
There.
pounds. What kind of printer do you own that weighs 300 pounds?
Human kidneys.
Spleen juice.
Yeah, he said printer. Printer could be a lot of things. Like, does your printer print in like
All right,
metal?
Bear,
Because
I
I
am
know they
going to.
exist.
I'm going to
that's
test
what
the
I want.
hype. I'm going to test the hype. Which one do you want me to hype?
Which one?
The
What?
most popular song each month of the '90s,
Oh,
Sure.
those are
Or
awesome.
the one from the '80s? The one from the '80s
or,
seems to be people
or
like
Saturn
that one.
Rising? No, because I think it has to be within the last 7 days, and that's the last.
Yeah, and it can't be live, right? It can't be a live video.
I don't know
either,
if
is
it's
the
a
other problem.
live. I'm going to test
Yeah, the
it right
'90s one. Use the. Thank you. Hit the '90s one. That'd be fine.
now. Yeah. Of the
Get any of
90s.
them, man.
Monsieur Max, j'ai pris ça pour vous, mon vieux. C'est là
I
pour
can
vous.
be the first to hype it. So there we go. I'm going to be the first to hype it,
Thank you.
and let's see how much I can hype it for.
Merci.
And if you want to send stuff to me, Bear, I will hype your
Just
shit, too.
2270.
Well, thank you, sir.
2270.
Listen, I don't know
Sometimes
anything
it's like-
about.
The other weird fucking thing is that
Yeah.
you know, if you have a fairly small channel, yeah, you have a small channel, but I'll go to somebody else who has a larger channel and the hype explodes. It's like 13,000. I'm like, why? It should be, you know, the smaller the channel, the more the hype. You know,
There are certain things on YouTube, Richard. I've heard this from Asmongold, so I kind of trust it. That there are what they call company plants.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
So some people they were picked by YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oddly enough, the number one YouTuber for like a decade was not picked by YouTube.
There are
and that would be PewDiePie.
So yeah, that's really why I was coming on. I wanted to tell Bear that I did find his thing on Amazon. Like just 3 extra steps to get there. So as soon as I get past my mortgage payment this week, I will definitely put in the order for next week, and then James, you have to get yourself monetized so I can start.
I'll talk to my wife
because once I first learned that I can start sending hypes out and everything. The only channels that I was able to do it at are channels that, yes, I do follow them, and I think that they're I like their stuff and everything like that, but I don't get the sense that they're going to be hyping back. What I'm saying? It's like so I want to hit the truly small channels that I know we have a good interaction with, and we do each other's shows and blah 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 and do it like that. So
I'm gonna try and do this. I don't know.
Grassroots, baby.
See, I'm confused by technology.
Mm-hmm.
DM Bloodworth.
I
name your channel, DM Bloodworth.
No, it's unscroll. Well, yeah, you could do it with it should come up. You should get a tag, and then look at one of my videos should come up in your thing, and then you can get there.
It is not.
Yeah, I'm over here hyping Bloodworth without
it's
the
DM
possibility of
_ Bloodworth should be how you get to it.
What's the name of your channel?
It's Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review.
That's the one I want.
That's
Unscripted, Unchained RPG.
And Unchained, yeah.
There you are.
It'll come up. It should come up either way.
You just did a video. Videos. Let's see your latest video. The Blackest of Deaths, Dire Old School Fantasy RPG by Eric Blow. That's 6 years ago.
No, that's not me.
Brother.
Well, that's 100 years old.
Yeah, it's 6. I don't know why it's not showing them in order. It said 6 months. It said 6 years ago all of a sudden. 10 months,
you have to go to my video. The most recent video you should see, Hyperborea Advanced Combat. 2 days ago.
Yeah, there's 3 of them about Hyperborea, at least, or 2 or 3.
Now, how do I type this?
So now you go to the comment. Sometimes you have to thumbs up on it first. Then you go to the comment and you swipe to the side, and you should be able to hype it.
Okay, I'm in the comments.
Now you swipe that comment. You go to comment, and then you swipe any comment that's in there, and then you see, look at that. Your other one, I could swipe, and that's 6,800 points. Your Saturn Rising, I could have done 6,810. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway.
It doesn't let me go to the comments. I hate this fucking app so much.
If you're going through you don't want to go through. Is that the one that looks like the cog?
This is the YouTube app.
Yeah, but there's 2 types of YouTube apps.
There's the Studio app and there's the Player app.
Correct. You want the Player app.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah. So you should be able to go to any comment that is on one of my videos.
Here's the problem. It's not showing me the fucking comments.
You know what I hate, Max? I hate the fact that I don't get to see you as much as I would like to.
I know.
That's what I hate.
Like if you go to that one, you should see a comment there that's gonna go back and digest this video later.
So all it shows me, okay, I go on the video, okay? So I'm on the video, and as I scroll up through this stuff, comments. 0 comments, nothing that says comments, nothing to access comments. It just gives me the description.
Yeah, that's...
As soon as I liked the video, it said hype this video before I even went into the comments.
I liked the video first.
If I could find a button that said like this, there's likes, but
there's a thumb. Just hit the thumb.
There is no thumbs. Guys, I'm not retarded. I want you to understand this.
We're not speaking.
He's not
of your
retarded, though he is from a simple folk.
Fuck you, fucking
Yeah.
fuck.
You know what? I'm good for you, Bear. You know I am.
Okay, there. I've now liked the video without seeing the comments. Now I see the comments. Okay.
Now you see the comments. Yeah.
You know what,
Now,
Matt? I know that's what
Thank
it
you,
is.
Squirrel.
I don't take it
There's
personal.
nothing. There's no option for me to hype you.
I don't
Savage.
think you
Give me
hate my
anything.
guts.
That's weird.
You're just avoiding me. I really don't, Max. I'm just saying, there was a time back in the day, me and Max hung out. Those were good times. Those were the days, my friend.
What Max are you talking about? You talking about Max
Max
from Legion of
Bolden.
Myth?
I've started nicknaming him Frenchie after the character from The Boys.
Okay.
Plus he's French. Yeah.
And this one's for you, Bear.
When I very kind of
Not
first started
showing that.
doing this,
I don't
he
know
was
why.
like one
What's
of the
that?
guys.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't. Bear, I don't know.
Fucking weird.
Plus, he and I share a lot of the same opinions on certain religious and political things that I don't want to get into. So me and Max, man, we used to be a little bit tighter, but then he had to move, and then he had to move again, and it's like, damn, Max. On the other side, though, he did get to hang out with one of my favorite YouTubers for a while, and that would be Shauner. He got to hang out with Shauner before Shauner
Do
passed.
that with him.
And they have their show
Squirrel,
together.
you can't swipe his yet, correct? Shadows.
No.
No. Yeah, he's not monetized yet.
Shadow's not. Yeah, he just
Yeah, okay.
did
It's for the
numbers.
monetized peoples only. All right.
Yeah, he needs the 4,000 watch hours.
I'm worried that if I monetize my channel, then YouTube will start paying attention to what I say,
No, they won't.
and then I'll just get
I can
banned.
hype you, buddy.
They let everybody else back on. So they let everybody on. Our
And my
first
favorite
everybody on.
YouTuber
Well,
of all
I
time.
mean, even Varg is back on again. So
You could do what others are doing and do your lives and stuff like that on Rumble,
are you going to
And
try
then-
that one? Yeah.
and then go
Yeah, maybe
through
the
and
phone is the
go
problem.
through and edit out all the stuff that YouTube wouldn't allow. Just kind of cut that out.
Well, the
Make
stream
short
you're on
videos
right
for the
now,
YouTube.
Nerdy Ogre, is on Rumble, X, and
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't think that
All at
you
the same
can
time.
hype streams. You can only hype videos.
Well, I guess I should make more videos if I'm going to actually do something.
Yeah, if you want, go for it.
Was this a
I don't
stream
know.
or was this a video?
This what mine was a
Advanced
video.
combat systems and options for
Yeah, that's a
Hyperborea.
video.
Yep.
I have
I'm
no
gonna have to
option
go.
fucking- Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is?
What's that?
The Nerdy Ogre's got to go protect his goblin kid or something.
I didn't hear you, Bear.
America.
No, that's not.
Fuck yeah!
Yes.
Come in,
There have
dude.
been many times features have been introduced on YouTube that only trickle down to Canadian YouTube because I have to use youtube.ca because of the laws in Canada. And we only get the features 3 months later.
There you go. Okay.
Oh.
That's the only thing I can make
Well,
sense because
that's
I'm
the other
not seeing
thing
a
is
hype
that the
button
hype
anywhere.
feature has not been rolled out to all countries yet either.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you got a little inside tip heads up. Hopefully it comes your way, bud.
Yeah. Well, at least I can hype your videos. So
Well, thank
obviously,
you, and I appreciate that. I wish I was.
Obviously,
I wish I was actually making content again. That would be fun.
I
but
guess
there's
So
the
long.
Later, nerdy.
Bye,
Love you, brother.
bye, you
Canadian border
filthy
isn't
goblin.
stopping-
Nerdy.
the Canadian border isn't stopping U.S. hypes from going there. Yes, Hyperborea is an awesome. I'm getting ready to start up a campaign in January.
Do you know how much I got that for?
Thursday evening, probably like 7:30 because I don't work on Thursday, so I can make it earlier. I can make it like 7:30. So
Yeah, it's
Bloodworth,
not good.
guess how much I got my Hyperborea 3E with, like, I'll show you what I got. Ugh. I got the player's manual,
the referee,
the referee's manual,
yeah,
the late Trapper's Lament, and the Atlas of Hyperborea. all brand new, shrink wrap, the whole 9 yards. How much do you think I paid for this?
$1
$60.
million.
Remember, I'm in Canada, and we convert to Canadian currency. And then if we're shipping, we usually have to pay $60 American to ship to us.
Oh, 120 total.
I got it for $75 at the silent auction at Claricon.
Nice.
And not only did I get it for a fucking song, 15 or something % of that went to the church's charity for cancer.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I love Claricon. I can't wait to get
price.
there one day.
For the same thing I paid, let's see, because I got it on Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was a couple $100.
Yeah, it was a few hundred. And
Wow.
absolutely worth every bit of it.
I miss it.
Absolutely worth every bit of it.
Mine was expensive because I got the books you just showed, but then I got the books that are like the fall leather cover with the golden freaking writing all over them, and then they're signed on the inside.
Was that Kickstarter or was that Backer Kid?
I honestly,
how long ago was that?
Richard? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
That
but I liked the creator. I saw him on an interview and I liked him. So when I saw that he was selling all this shit, I went all in, right? So I got a copy of the main books, but they look like leather and they've got Hyperborean, like really jagged letters in gold. And then I got the books that Bear showed. I got a map kit. I got some adventures. Like I got a die 20. It was like, it was a little expensive, but I got a ton of shit.
Nice.
And I still really like the creator of the game.
Oh, Jeffrey P. Kalanian? He's good. I've talked with him 3 or 4 different times at different Gary cons. He's cool people. He's good people.
Jeffrey Talanian is an awesome guy. You would be like you liked him in a thing. You should have a private conversation with the man, in person, and he's he's one of us.
Yeah.
As far as
he and I hanging out at the lounge just BS, and he's salt of the earth. He's a good dude.
Yeah. He's like I said, he's very traditional, like traditional gamer.
Yep.
So very, very much a traditional gamer, very old school, and
plus, if you want to play an Eastern Roman warrior in Hyperborea, you can.
Yes. Yeah, you can play quite a bit.
So many people from different timelines have been sucked into.
Yeah, it's like a really strange world because you have both modern, not modern, real world, cultures, but then with that Hyperborean twist to it, it's like I'm trying to read through it because I'm reading through it for the first time, and I'm like, wait, is this like an alternate? I guess it's an alternate dimension, but
it is a
real world
magical plane that orbits Saturn,
right? And then
or is it Jupiter? It's one of the two,
and it's flat too, which is awesome, right?
Yeah, it's entirely
flat. It's a little concave, but it's almost flat.
Yeah,
right. You could literally. Well, here's the thing, though. As you get to the edge, wind pushing back against you gets stronger and stronger until it's too strong and you can't actually get to the edge.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm reading it and it was like, well, these are the things, and then the that catastrophe that happened that basically severed the two worlds from each other. So you won't have any more like future crossover between cultures. So, but yeah, there are Romans, there's Hellenistic, Greeks, there's, you have all the different
like Germanic barbarians.
Yeah, Germanic barbarians, you have Vikings, but now after so many hundreds, if not thousands of years, they're more of a Hyperborean.
The biggest balls I ever saw in a role-playing setting was GURPS Fantasy, their world, right? Which I can't remember what it's called. It's got a name, and it's all like cultures get sucked through these portals, and then sort of either get it subsumed in another portal, or they set up their own thing. And they actually had like Third Reich guys show up and just start creating a Nazi kingdom in the middle of their fantasy world. I'm like, That's some fucking 80s balls right there. That's giant sized 80s balls.
Yeah.
If anyone paid attention to GURPS, if anybody modern today paid attention to GURPS, they'd get canceled. They'd be like, no one pays attention.
Yeah.
So was that, James?
In Hyperborea, all the cultures that got sucked in are basically like medieval cultures, or
I get that.
Or ancient, yeah.
I picked up on that.
From the Dark Age up to like the fall of Rome.
The only reason I liked Hyperborea and wanted this was because I like his art style. It reminds me of old school 70s and 80s fantasy comics from Marvel and DC, and that's why I like it. I don't care for the system. The system is just fucking D&D again, and I'm so done with D&D as a system. But I like the world and I like the art style he has for it. So
Fair. I mean,
Yeah, I agree with Bear. I'm a bit burnt out on the AD&D system. I love it. It's one of the systems I cut my teeth on. Something else, please.
Did Nerdy Ogre leave? Oh, and he was asking me questions. Darn.
Nerdy Ogre, he's our resident Palladium guy.
Yeah, he was asking me about it. So, Nerdy Ogre, if you catch us a little bit later on, I'm waiting on my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You back that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's starting to look. God, talk about being disenchanted with just the pace in which they're doing stuff. I mean, they're late. They're really late. Like almost 2 years late on their, fulfillment.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no. Let me look that one up. They are real late. And
I got an email. Mine's packed and getting ready to ship. So
yeah, maybe 6 months it'll come. I don't mean to put it off, but I know they say
I agree because there's
it's like damn, this is a long wait. There's few that I've waited this long for. And the thing is, I have all the originals, so it was just like I just wanted play copies. You know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their Kickstarter's running way low.
I paid $145 for it, right? So that was everything. That was all the books. The other thing was they just charged like $38 for shipping, and I was like, I don't see why, because everything else says it's like supposed to be $32. Let's see. This was supposed to be fulfilled on September 2024.
Yep.
All right. So like I said, it's almost 2 years late.
Yeah, that's not good. At this point, I just
actually it's over 1 year. I'm sorry. It's over a year late.
It's a year late, and you guys do have to keep in mind Kevin's wife died.
Well, that I didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Pay attention to Legion of Myth.
All right. Yeah. That I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Legion Myth has the fingers on the pulse when it comes to Kevin and crew.
They're definitely hanging out with those bros.
Yeah, so on October 27th, they mentioned the shipping charges, which I paid the shipping charge. So see here it says US 32, and I paid 38.
I guess they kicked you out of America.
They charged me as if I was in Canada.
No way. Like, no way you got $38 shipping to Canada.
That's what it says. It says $38 to Canada.
You got off cheap.
That was a dream.
You were in Canada.
That would be a dream. Get something to Canada for $30.
Oh wait, hang on. Hang on.
That's one of my biggest complaints about.
Yeah, because mine was I did the Ninja Core, the Ninja Warrior Core, and that should have been. Let's see, the Ninja Warrior Core should have been for me. It should have been US 32. I paid 38. They charge me as if I'm in Canada. God damn it.
Well, it's good blood.
It's about time you suffer like our northern brothers.
So they say, okay, so according to everything I just read online, Canada has access to the Hype program. And for some reason, none of my devices have the Hype feature on them. I don't get it at all.
Well, I don't know. Maybe update them or something. I don't know.
Oh, wait, hang on. They're Google, aren't they?
Yeah.
YouTube is Google. Yes, it's Google.
Are you guys on Android phones or iPhones?
I'm using an iPad.
Weird. It's so fucking weird. Now I'm upset.
I'm a filthy loser heathen droidite.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just what I always use, and what
again,
I'm used to,
it's still in beta testing, so
it's weird. Oh well.
See if you can hype somebody else that you follow that is monetized. See if you can hype someone else.
Flirt around with it.
Try to hype Squirrel.
I'm not monetized.
Oh, you're not monetized.
I am 4 parsecs away from being monetized. Or 5 parsecs, whatever it was in Star Wars. I am light years away.
And I have a hard time accepting that because, like, the videos I've seen you do, like on Initiative and shit, were awesome. So the fact that people aren't watching them, that just proves that some people were stupid.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I never jumped into this to expect a penny. Well, I never jumped into this to expect a penny or any kind of. I do it for fun, and I'm blessed to have come across you folks such as yourselves, and we've become, you know, friends per se, and that was the point, you know. And I've said it before, DM James, you were the OG inspirer to me to even get on YouTube. I said, if this lunatic knuckle chowderhead can do it, so can I. And damn it, I did.
If some freaking hillbilly from Eastern Kentucky can
that's
do
what I mean. I'm like,
then literally anybody in the world should be able to do it. Hey, Dakado, what's up, brother? See, Dakado's my brother because he's a first responder. So
I was gonna say, try to hype Condor, but I don't think you can hype Condor. He's not monetized yet, anyway. Your fellow Canadian over there.
I have heard
nothing. Whoa. You take no responsibility for that fucker.
You deserve.
If you have to use sign language, I'm okay with that.
And believe it or not, J. Scott Garibay, who should monetize for Christ's sakes, because then he could buy some of the things that he's, you know, always talking about. But he's not monetized either.
Doc, blink twice of shadows behind that door.
Right.
Doc?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, look at that. He has a voice again.
Very well, sir.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. How you been, brother?
I've had a really rough couple weeks, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. Just sickness, health, the bug, the flu, or whatever.
Got that chicken flu.
I had a bad infection, and it spread throughout my system. I had all kinds of problems.
For you. We'll pray for you. Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better than it was. I wasn't able to speak at all for a couple of days. I couldn't eat for almost a week. It was a mess, but I'm getting better.
Yeah, you look.
And mainly, I just came on to say that after all this political talk, I think you guys should go back to the dick stuff.
There was a lot less heated arguments.
Classic Doc. Love it. You are getting better. Yes.
I mean, it's not wrong. When we were talking about penises, Bear was not getting super mad. Everything was good.
What the fuck, James? You got to put it on me. Hey, yeah. Fuck you. You fucking. You're not a fucking Kentucky goblin. You're a fucking Kentucky troll. You're like the higher intelligence versions of a Kentucky goblin. Fuck. Fucking prick.
I accept all of your criticism in the manner in which you meant it.
Shit.
So, I love it. A lot of pillow talk going around here, fellas.
Yeah.
Wow, you've got some strange fucking pillow talk. Let me tell you.
Oh, buddy, it
I'm
gets
just
rough. in
saying,
this
you know, wow.
Poor
there's a lot of
Zite
love
Rock.
in
I
this
feel
room.
bad for her now. I'm like, really? This is what you got to put up with? God damn.
Oof, that's why she likes me leaving home for work.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm gonna run because I have my game on at 8 o'clock, and I gotta go spend some family time, and then I'll be running Shadow Dark tonight.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting for my video to pop up, and I'll be taking more looks at Hyperborea. I'm checking out the form fillable character sheet, which is on their free resources. So that's nice.
That's cool.
I am glad you just mentioned that, because I was just sitting here thinking to myself, if I were going to run another fantasy game besides Baptism of Fire, Hyperborea would be it.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
If I was going to run a superhero game, I'll run the Marvel 616, not heroic. If I'm going to run a fantasy game, I'll run some other thing, but not Valorous. You admit you hate my
I didn't
game.
even have to wait for it, Bear. I didn't even have to wait for it. On point. Bayonets affixed. Ready to go.
Well, let me tell you something.
All right.
When
Love you,
Valorous
Bloodworth,
comes
man. It's
in
good seeing you.
and I read
Thank you,
it,
Yeah,
Bloodworth.
actually, I am going to double check and make sure. I'm going to put Valorous in my cart.
No, don't
Just
go
so
that
I-
far.
Just
Do
so
you
I
have
have
no
me,
shopping
Blood,
list
Blood,
and
do you
stuff.
have me on do you have me on Discord?
I should.
Reach out to me and I'll fire you off a free PDF for review.
Oh, cool. Yes. Are you on my Discord or am I on you?
I don't know, but I think you can send me a private message, so just send me a DM.
All right, let
Probably on
me
a
jump to
similar
Discord and see if I can do that.
What's your name on Discord?
It's probably just DM Bloodworth. Let me double check.
Are you on James's Discord?
I don't know if he's on my Discord, but I know that we're friends and we send messages back and forth.
yeah,
And
we
on
send
his
messages back and
There
forth.
you go. Shake hands.
Um,
Shake hands.
What's your Discord channel, Bear?
Mine is the Society of Role Playing Gamers, TSRPG.
All
Here,
right.
hang on. In the private chat, I'm going to put the link for an invite. Look, there
Okay.
you go.
All right.
There you go. Shake hands.
Let me
Dog.
figure out how I go there. There's the private chat. There's that. Yeah, this will be great.
This is a good game too,
So-
by the way. I'm running into the main problem in my entire life is there's so many good games.
I see it. Let me go ahead and give you full access. There we go. And now I'm
Alright.
going to send you a message and give you a free
Okay.
copy of
And I'm
the
going to
PDF.
list you as a friend. I'll add you as a friend.
Maybe I should run this.
Accepted. There we go. Now give me a second. I'm going to throw you a PDF. 2 little seconds.
Okay.
Yahtzee.
I mean, honestly, my players would probably like this game a lot.
What game?
The Age of Blood and Iron, and then
Just
I'd have to use the
Shove
Arcane.
that dick in as hard
Hey,
as
fine game.
keep pushing that cock in as hard as you can.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, I kind of like the skill-based system and life path stuff and everything.
Yeah, Valorous doesn't have any of that. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. When it gets
Okay.
now, Valorous does have a much cooler looking cover. Oh, I like the quirks and shit too. That's cool. When you build your character, you can.
I give up.
Oh, I'm going to talk shit good about Valorous when it's in my hands. You know that. But I've been studying this game
I
because
love you.
heaven knows that freaking Doc had free time on his hand and decided to write a.
Well, he had
500
free
page
time
book.
on his hands fighting for his dear frickin' life. Yeah.
All right. So Bear, let's see.
Yep.
Bear, if you want, I will have you on. Not this Sunday, not tomorrow, because I have Venture Satanis on my channel tomorrow at
Oh, nice.
7:30. Well, yeah, because someone said that if anybody platforms Venture Satanis, we should be barred from going to any other convention. So I was like, all right, Venture, you want to come on? I was like, that was my quick response.
Jesus, these people are children.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people throwing a hissy fit about him. I don't get it.
It's like, any convention that would bar me for platforming somebody who is a content creator All right, just because they politically disagree with the man is not a convention I want to attend to anyway. So
I love the fact that Doc added Lammellar in the game in multiple forms.
We're literally talking about anything else. Thank you, James.
And he spelled
I have it in front of me right now. 257 pages of Valorous. The
Enjoy.
heroic fantasy role-playing game, bare bones edition, and I will have you on.
I'd love to be on. Thank you.
The DM James Tisenhauer.
Let me see. How the hell do I do my calendar? So that would be November 15th.
Let me check my calendar.
No, I'm sorry. November 16th.
Yeah, 15th I have a game. 16th I'm wide open.
Wide open? Okay,
Yep.
so I will.
Let me give you my email in the Discord. Hang on. I'm giving you my email. Just send me a calendar invite and I'll add it into mine.
Yeah. Once I get past this thing, that's the one thing with Restream is sometimes it gets a little wonky when you're when you have too many in a row. I like to get one out of the way and then book the next one. So Monday I'll have it up and I will send it to you in Discord, the link in Discord.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate that, sir.
Yep.
Ducato, I have gamer ADHD, so every time someone says a game is awesome, I immediately run down the squirrel path on it.
Yeah, I have to.
It just is what it is.
We're coming into the holiday season, so I have to scale back a little bit, and I'm getting much more selective. Plus, I'm running out of shelf space. But there are a couple of books that I'm going to donate because those particular creators want to make this a political space, gaming a political space, and so now I have like about 8 inches of space on my shelf that will clear out, as I donate those, and I'll be donating those to the to ShireCon, which all the proceeds go to the VFW that hosts ShireCon.
Wonderful.
So, great, you know what I'm saying? It's like rather than me trying to sell these books on eBay and going through that hassle, I'd rather donate it.
That's what I do. Just share the love. If people will want them and take them, have a good time with them. You did. What? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and the proceeds go, like I said, the proceeds go to a VFW. As a veteran, love it. And I'd rather donate $200 worth of books to a VFW that might get $60 out of it, and rather than me make $80 from it, because I probably for a loss anyway, So, and I create shelf space. So
that's good of you, man.
That's how I roll. I love that. That's awesome. Love you for that.
Yeah, Squirrel, you are literally still the most generous human being I've ever met in my life, Squirrel. It's crazy.
He's pretty generous.
That's why I'm broke. But oh well, I have a roof over my head, a healthy son, a job, food,
and very, very, very disturbing pillow talk.
Well, we gotta have fun somehow.
Especially if you live in frickin' Ohio.
Yeah,
you better say Canada, weren't you? You're about to say Canada. I heard it.
No, I did not.
He just stumbled. He didn't cut.
I heard that Freudian slip. Or is it a Trumpian slip now?
I can be in Pennsylvania in as much of time as I can be in West Virginia. So I am on that little peninsula of Ohio. That.
Hey, what is Bear? What is Covenant?
Covenant's my novel.
Oh, that's a novel.
Yeah, it's might not be for you. It's urban fantasy lesbian fiction thing.
Okay. And why isn't that for me?
I don't know, because I don't know if you're super Catholic or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh no, I'm
everybody loves lesbian.
That's almost Red Room.
Quasi-pagan.
What kind of stuff they do?
I'm sorry, what was that, Squirrel?
I left the Catholic Church in 2015 or so.
No, well, there you go. Well, you might enjoy it. People, I've been told by everyone who's read it that it's quite the page turner.
It's quite the page turner. But it's not audio,
a lot
right?
of people have said they've read it in one sitting, and I'm like, well, that's either means it's really badly written and easy, like it's written for children, or it's interesting. One or the other. I don't know.
Hey, you're the one who insisted on writing a pop-up book.
229 pages, one sitting. That's a
I'm
lot.
sorry. What did you say, Doc?
Well, you're the one who insisted on doing a lesbian pop-up book.
Well, and it's got the little tab A to slot B thing, so that's fun. Problem is you get into this one page where it's all slot B, and you can't do anything with that.
Well, if it were, well, first of all, it's only how is it? Oh, that's Kindle. Okay.
I don't mark my shit up like that's why Valorous is $20, and that's why that's that's $10. Because I don't put a big markup on my shit. I want people to read it. I want people to enjoy it and participate in it. I'm not doing it to make a fortune,
Yeah, no, that's solid humanity right there.
Who's going to do
I can't read your lesbian book unless at some point in the book, one of the lesbians dabbles with a human dick.
Bear, who's going to do the narration?
Because they all.
You know what? If I had the money to do my narration honestly for an audiobook, I have a friend of mine, Natasha Sudik. She's a books on tape person. She's really good, and she has a great throaty voice. Like she's sexy sounding. So I would love to get her to do it, but I can't afford it.
You should get me to do it.
Fuck no. Let me explain to you the ways that fuck no. Yeah, I'd rather have Hungar do it. Because they'd be like, he'd be describing a scene, be like, and as she stood in the shower, that's what you'd hear in the middle of the book.
It'd be like 3 hours because of all the commentary.
How did you turn a 220-page book into an 18-hour audio book?
Put real money behind it there and have Christopher Walken do it.
Well, I could just do that myself if I wanted, but I don't.
We really wanted
to. What's up, Steve?
Oh my gosh! All right, guys, let me run.
Did you
have a good one? Thanks a lot, Bear. I'm going to take a look at it. I will create that posting for next Sunday on Monday.
Okay.
And you'll get the link, and I will start actually looking at Valorous, and I will, heroic fantasy role playing game. So I'm going to be.
I got you.
Reading it, and then we'll be all set to talk about it.
Look forward to it. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Thank you.
You have a good one. All right, guys.
Take it easy. Review that game and just rip it a new ass.
Well, I give very fair. Ask Condor if I do a fair review.
My feeling is this: I would rather a negative true review than a glazed bullshit review.
Yeah, no, you won't get a bullshit review.
You know why? Because you're the man.
No, I'll go through it, and I will be very, very fair, and I will, and like I always say on my channel and everything, I purchase everything that I talk about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I will get the hard copy and talk about that. But thank you for the PDF, because that will make it a lot easier for me to gloss through it and go through it and have a look at it before I bring you on the channel.
Well,
sounds good.
Doc sent me for free his game, but I am still going to be 100% fair and honest.
Yeah, I got
just because you sent it to me don't mean you bought me off.
Oh yeah,
but I gotta say, so
I
far
got the free copy of whatever it is, a fire, a baptism of fire, and I started going through it in the system. I really like the system and everything like that. The book was absolute shit. I guess that's just the print on demand for that hardcover was probably the worst. Just condition of a book.
I never liked POD.
It was like the covers were mismatched.
Right.
Well, that was a drive-through print, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
That was drive-through print.
That went through Amazon. That was Amazon print on demand.
Oh.
Yeah, that came through Amazon.
Amazon's usually pretty good. Drive-through, I expect to get garbage print on demand from.
Yeah, I think drive-through, you're probably better off with their soft covers than hard covers, to be honest.
I have found that to be a fact.
Yeah, I think you're better off with the soft cover. Plus, I prefer soft cover now anyway because of shelf space. Well, it's like it takes a quarter of an inch less. So after 4 books, you got another, you got another 1 inch thick OSR book that you can put on your shelf.
Well, Squirrel, I love it that you joined me finally after years.
Have a good one, guys.
I love your game. Richard, I know you got to go. I do too. And of course, my favorite Canadian of all time, nothing but love. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry for aggravating you. I mean, but still, we had a great time. And Decado, bro, you and me have been online on Richard's channel. One of these times, you got to jump on the channel with me. And we can go nuts about being old first responders that fucking can't make their mind up about which game they want to run from one week to the next, because we want to run every game all the time. But yeah, it was a great time. And Doc, I am so glad you're feeling a little better.
Thank you, sir.
And I hope you get well soon. And yes, I'm going to make not a live stream, a video. I've been reading this a lot. And I'm going to explain all about it and everything.
Excellent.
And
We're all about that.
like I said, which was not a dig at Bear, because Valorous is probably going to be amazing. But this looks like the kind of game my players might like. And I love the character generation, how you can, take flaws and then get like merits and extra points, to be better at certain things and this and that. I mean, really, I like I like everything I see, really. But that's for another video. And then after I do my review, maybe when you're feeling healthy, we'll do not a stream, but an actual video of me and you talking about what inspired you to actually make the game the way you did and everything like that.
Cool, very cool. I'd be.
I mean, I can't put a date to it, but Decado, the rule with me is anytime. If I'm online, you can be online with me. And if you want to do like a special, just you and me bullshitting around, let me know. Because all of the regulars that are on stream with me, they understand. Sometimes, I'm just trying to talk to another dude about something. So yeah, it's all good, bro. Anytime. But yeah, I'm hitting the off button. I suspect Bear will be doing a Coffee with Bear soon. And you guys can all head over there and listen to him, because that's what I do. Unfortunately, I have to leave the house, so I don't feel really good about it. Oh, story before I leave. So 4 a.m, the dog is staring out the door of my bedroom, whimpering. I wake up because he's whimpering, and he is looking like he saw a ghost, right? So, of course, I immediately grab next to the bedside my Smith & Wesson, right? Go out, check the house. No one's in the house. Lucky for them. Let the dog out. He takes a poop. I'm like, okay, maybe he just had to take a poop. Maybe nobody's in the house, right? So come walking back through the house. My wife comes out of the bedroom, and she like turns around, walks back. And I'm like, wait a minute. And she's like, what? And I was like, what? I don't get a hug? And she's like, you're armed. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah. So I had to go and then I got a hug. But it was so weird. It was like surreal. This is Florida man life, Bear. When your wife looks at you and says, I will not hug you while you are armed. You need to. Shadow stream is tonight. George, I'm still loving everything you do. You guys take it easy, all of you.
I got my top 50 coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, so